In today's video, I'm gonna share with you how to decorate a beautiful Christmas garland DIY step by step. Keep watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ramon at Home. I'm so excited you're here today because in today's Christmas DIY video, I'm gonna share with you how to decorate a gorgeous garland, whether it's for your fireplace, above, an entryway door, or even for your staircase. We've done some beautiful garlands in the past and I'm gonna share with you a few of them right now before we continue. So let's take a look. Okay, so as you guys can see, creating a beautiful garland can be very fun and it just depends on the theme that you're doing. And for this video, I'm gonna use the gold and emerald green theme that we've been doing. I've been sharing with you a beautiful Christmas tree and other DIYs. If you have not seen the emerald green and gold Christmas tree, I'm going to link it down below, but it was one of my favorite ones. So today, to match, we're going to decorate a beautiful garland. I want to mention this garland. It is the garland that I used above my mirror on my home tour last year. I also am going to link that video down below. If you guys have not seen last year's home tour for Christmas, I really recommend you go check it out. It was absolutely gorgeous. So this was the garland that was above the mirror. So for this particular design, I'm gonna go ahead and lay it right here. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do you attach the garland? So for this one, I have some nails because it's made out of wood. So I just put a nail right here on the side and I grab one of the bristles from my garland and just twist it on that nail once. Very tight, and it's not gonna move, but you have to make sure that you do that on both sides of your garland so it doesn't move. So just grab one of your bristles, pull really tight, and grab one of the bristles and just go ahead and put it against your nail like that, and then you can just disguise that. Now, if you have a garland that, or I'm sorry, a mantle that is made out of whether a stone or something else like that, you can always put a nail at the end right here and use a wire to run to the wall, and that will secure your garland from falling forward. So now I'm gonna get the lights ready, which is going to be our step number one, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so before we get started, I want to mention that this is a 9-foot garland that I'm using right here on this mantle. And the first step, like I mentioned, was going to be to add the lights. So to do the lights, I always like to have them turned on because you want to make sure that they all work, and you want to start on the opposite side. So my plug is going to be on this side. So to get started, I'm going to start on the opposite side, and I'm just gonna grab the end. I'm gonna make sure that all of them work, and I'm gonna start right here. Now, here's the secret, you guys. You wanna start at the very tip of your garland, and I'm gonna lift it up so you can see, but you wanna hide this right here. So I'm going to hide this right here with my bristles. And then what you want to do is you want to zigzag those lights very loosely, because at the end of the season, I always recommend that you take your lights out. Don't save your garland, don't put your garland away with the lights on. Because next year, if you are decorating this garland and the lights don't work, guess what? You're gonna have to take them off or take them out. So it's just easier to go ahead and pull that string of lights. And the best way to do that is if you don't really put them really tightly. I'm gonna do 100 lights when the garland's undecorated. And then at the end, I'm gonna run another 100. So I'm gonna use 200 per 9 foot of garland. And so that way I'm going to secure that the lights show at the end, because we're gonna add some ribbons and some ornaments, and so that's going to hide some of the garland. And as you guys can see, I'm just going on a zigzagging probably between 3 to 4 inches every time. And then I just grab a bristle and I go under, I pull that bristle, and then I go all the way back and I do the same. And then I come forward, I grab a bristle, and then I go down, and then I go back. And remember, we're going to be adding some ribbons and some ornaments to this, and I'm gonna finish adding the lights to the garland, and I'll be right back, so keep watching. Okay everyone, so now that we're done with the lights, I'm gonna start with my ribbons, which is gonna be our step number 2. We're going to add the ribbons to the beautiful garland design. And for that, I chose the same gold and green, the emerald green that I put on that beautiful Christmas tree. And I want to also mention that I have all of my tools at the ready right here on this cap close to me, so that way I don't have to be looking for them everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab some of this ribbon that is pre-cut. And what I'm going to is I'm gonna do some bows. So these are cut at a slant, and I'm going to do a tail, and then I want to do a bow, probably about, keep in mind that this is probably like an 8-inch garland, so I want those loops to really show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some bows like this, and I'm gonna do just like a 2, and I'm gonna grab a wire from here, and I'm gonna grab my wire, and I wanna start in the middle, but I wanna think of 6 o'clock as my core. I have a clock right here, so I'm gonna think of 6 o'clock as my core. So I'm gonna grab my bow, and I'm gonna go all the way down to the heart of this garland, and I'm going to grab a bristle, and I'm gonna twist that guy right here. Then you fluff your bows right here, and with this guy you want to do another bow, and then you want to grab right here. So look at that, and I just absolutely love, I'm gonna make it smaller so I can actually see that tail. Now grab those 2 bristles and twist, and then I want to make sure that that tail's hanging off. But look how beautiful, that just gives you 2 really floppy bows, a few tails, and I'm gonna start right here. So now what I'm going to do is remember what happens on the right happens on the left, and I'm always telling you that that actually applies to every design that you're doing. It doesn't matter whether you're doing a Christmas tree or a garland or a swag. If you just keep that in mind, you're always gonna have really beautiful designs. So the reason why I like this bow is because it has all this beautiful gold glitter, but it has a lame back. This came from Shinoda Design Center, and I'm gonna leave their phone number down below in case you wanna order it from them. So I'm gonna leave a tail probably about 24 inches, and I'm gonna grab a wire, and I'm gonna wire this back. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip probably about 6 inches, and then I'm gonna go ahead and attach yet another one of these, and I'm gonna grab a bristle from the very bottom. Remember, you have to go all the way down so it kind of looks like it grew from your garland. And so now what I'm going to is I'm gonna do yet another loop right here, and then I'm gonna lift right here. I'm gonna grab my bristles and just secure that guy right here. And I want this to also hang down to the side. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab yet another strip of wire. These were already pre-cut. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do a 2-loop bow. So real quick, you guys can see, just fold under. This is the easiest way to make a bow. You just let it hang, fold under, pinch, twist, and then fold up. That's simple and that quick. And then what you want to do is grab yet another wire. And see what I'm saying? By having all of your tools at the ready, you don't have to be looking for, this is called prep. And I used to have a boss who used to tell us, if you prep once, you only have to work, no, if you prep once, you only have to work, or not as hard, or something like that. He had a saying for prepping, and I just love it because it is true. Now that I've been gone for a few years, that's all I can think of, just prep first. All right, so now we're gonna do another bow right here. I'm gonna do a bigger loop right here, probably about 8 inches. I'm gonna grab my bristle and I'm gonna attach, and look how beautiful this is filling up. Then I'm gonna do another one right here. Okay, so if you saw the emerald green and gold Christmas tree, you know that I use this absolutely beautiful ribbon. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it as an accent. And to do that, what I'm going to do, and remember that the wider the ribbon, you cut at a slant, the less narrow the ribbon, you cut at a dovetail. It just makes it look more finished that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do bows. With this one, I'm not gonna worry about weaving tails. I just wanna do bows. And so I'm going to do maybe 3 loop bows with each strip of ribbon, and then I'm gonna grab a wire and I'm gonna tie all of this together like this, really tight, and I'm gonna go in between bows. So I'm gonna start right here in the middle. So I'm gonna open both of my emerald green, and I'm going to attach all the way down like this. And you wanna make sure that you go all the way down so it looks intentional and it looks like it's growing from your garland. And see, that just adds that extra green. So I'm going to do one more right here, And I love the fact that these are already cut, and like I said, they are probably about 3 feet long. And also remember that I always tell you, we always flap our ribbons at the end, because that's just easier than if you are trying to keep everything fluffed. It's going to take you forever, because every time that we add a new element, well, it just gets flat. So I'm gonna do 2 right here. I am obsessed with this green ribbon, you guys. Isn't this just absolutely beautiful? So we're going to do 3 loops like this. Look how big and fluffy these are. Oh, so good. And so now I'm gonna grab a wire, and I'm going to, like I told you before, this is perfect. You could do this particular garland on the floor and then put it above a doorway, or even put it on a staircase. And if you just follow the same patterns and the same steps, you're going to be able to design a beautiful garland. All right, everyone, so we finished with the ribbons, and this is what it looks like. I also love the combination of the emerald green and the gold with all the glitter. And so the next step, which is step number 3, is going to be to add our ornaments and larger ornaments. And for that, I want to share with you this beautiful ornament garland. I have a full tutorial on how to make this ornament garland, and I'm going to link it somewhere here on the screen and in the description box below, because that way you can save yourself some money by making your very own beautiful garland with balls. And it is super easy, like I said. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to weave in this one right here on the top, and I'm going to grab a bristle. I'm going to go ahead and put right here in the middle, and I have 2, so I'm going to do 1. And just to show you that how easy it is, all you have to do is put right there, and then fluff your ribbons and all of your ornaments. All right, so the next item I'm going to add is going to be these big finials that I shared with you guys on the Christmas tree video, and I'm going to add one right here to this corner. So I have my wire already, like I said before, pre-attached. I'm gonna grab a bristle. I'm gonna just twist that wire into my bristle, and that's going to secure it right there. And I'm gonna grab one of the bristles and grab that wire. Okay, before we continue with our stems and picks, I want to take a second to invite you to come and join me on my Instagram for daily Insta stories, behind the scenes, and all of the things you don't get to see here on my YouTube channel. The links to all of my social medias are down below, along with my Etsy shop if you want to check it out. That's only if you want to. So the next step is going to be to add some of these stems, and I also love this pine stem right here. So you want to give it a fluff like this, and I'm going to start right here in the corner. So I'm going to lift up this branch right here, and I'm just gonna insert, and look how that's gonna give us the wisp that we need. Make sure that you count them and you know how many you have. I have 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute these guys right here, 1 up, 1 down. Remember, what goes up must come down, and I'm gonna go like this. Okay, so I want to mention that Jameson just mentioned that there is a tag right here. You guys, make sure you get all of your tags and pitch them, because that is not what we do on this channel. So thank you, Jameson. Thumbs up for Jameson, by the way, who's behind the camera and making sure that everything looks fine here behind the scenes. Okay, so now I'm gonna add this beautiful gold foliage. I'm gonna set them down right here, and I'm gonna start with this one right here. With this particular one, I want to start on this side going down. So I'm going to make sure that I go down, and you might wanna grab one of those bristles and twist it around. And I'm going to make sure that I do left and right, because I only have about 6 or 7. So I wanna make sure that my whole garland has all of those elements on the garland. Look how beautiful that looks. It sparkles and it shimmers, and it just screams Christmas. So now I'm going to go over to the corner right here. I want to make sure that I put a beautiful pick. Look at that, just creates a beautiful moment right here. And moment is my favorite word of the day. We're creating moments, you guys. We're creating moments together. Okay, so we have a few stems left, and one of them is going to be our poinsettias, and the other one is going to be the jewel ones. And it's getting really thick, and I love it. I thought I was gonna add some more ornaments, but I really don't think it needs it, because what's really gonna throw it over the edge is going to be these beautiful poinsettias. And don't be afraid to just bend them and fluff them like this. This is the exact same poinsettia that we added on our Christmas tree, and I like the long stem because it's gonna help us really attach to the garland. Look my gosh, look at that. How beautiful. I'm gonna start over on that side and I'm gonna work myself to this side. So I'm gonna do maybe clusters of 2. And I'm gonna go one like that and I'm gonna put one right here. Side and do the same because I want to make sure that it's balanced on both sides. So I'm going to come over to this side and make sure that I put it right about the same spot right here. We're gonna put between the ornaments. And so now I'm gonna add another one right here. It's very important to cover the corners first, so that way it is very balanced. So I'm going to add, let me see, I put it right about here. At this, and it's just basically a few picks and a few ornaments, and that's about it. So now I'm gonna start adding these beautiful bejeweled ornaments, and I'm gonna start right here, giving it a curvature like this. All right, everyone, so our last step is going to be to add a few more lights to this garland because I want there to be some underlights and then also some highlights, which our highlights are going to be the ones that sit across our garland, and then the low lights at night you'll be able to see those. So basically what I want to do is grab a 50, oh my gosh, these tags, you guys, are everywhere. This is gonna be 50 lights versus the one that went on the bottom, it's 100 lights. And the reason why is because these ones I just want to weave in. Basically, I'm just gonna grab a bristle and attach right here, and I'm just gonna go through all my garland like this, trying to hide that cord and making sure that those lights sit on the top of my garland. And like I said, it's only 100 lights because I wanted to do it very sparingly, but this is what's gonna really help to catch the light on the glitter, on all of our jewels and all of the things. So I'm gonna continue weaving this in and I'll show you the end result. Keep watching. And voila, this is how easy it is to create a gorgeous garland for your mantelpiece, for your stairway, for above a door or an entryway, or even your mirror. If you just follow these easy steps, you guys, you can to create a spectacular Christmas garland this year. I'm going to recap real quick, and this is how easy it really is. So basically you just need a basic garland to go around the mantle with some lights. After that, we added some of this beautiful pine and then some of the ribbons and ornaments. I added some picks, some poinsettias, and at the end I just stringed some highlight lights for it. I went ahead and added some candles to this mantelpiece, and I just love the way this looks. It was super easy if you just follow these beautiful steps on how to create a gorgeous or gorgeous garland. As I mentioned to you before, if you have not seen the emerald green and gold Christmas tree, I'm gonna link it down below along with my home tour, you guys. You have got to go check it out. And for more ideas in decorating, be sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And when you subscribe, don't forget to turn the notification bell on because you will not want to miss what's coming next. We're just getting started, and I promise you, this Christmas season 2022 is going to be so much fun. There's still so many DIYs coming. I really hope that you like it, so be sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know what was your favorite part. All right, you guys, well, that's all I have for today. Consider subscribing, and you can always watch more videos right now. Until next time, bye.